Hi everyone, back to our channel. Today we are going to start culture media. Culture media is what in which we artificially grow the microbes to look at their specific structures clearly and to find which are pathogenic and which are causing which harm. So these are used in usually laboratories. So as the culture media, because of the similarity in the morphology and staining characters, it's necessary to grow on a suitable artificial medium to identify the different microorganisms, so we can obtain the microorganism in the pure form, that is in the isolated form from the others. So the culture media is the food material on which the microorganisms grow. They provide the nutrients and others like pH, oxygen, temperature, that is for the optimal growth of the organism. So the benefits of this culture media are the satisfactory growth for small inoculum. That is, if we take for example, we know microorganisms are very small. If we take like this a small inoculum, from the one cell even it rapidly grows and it is easy to prepare and it's very cheap process and it is easily reproducible, and we can demonstrate all the characters in which we are required to study or interested. So the requirements for the culture media are energy source, carbon source, nitrogen source, and salts like sulfates, phosphates, chlorides, carbonates of potassium, sodium, magnesium, calcium, ferrum, and also manganese, copper. So actually why we are doing all this is to get the satisfactory results, and we are the one of the source for the culture media is also adequate oxidation and reduction potential. This oxidation and reduction potential I have already explained in my physiology of bacteria, you can check there. And next, growth factors like tryptophan for the Salmonella typhi and also glutathione for the gonococci. Next, the ingredients. So coming to the ingredients, actually we have water. Demineralized distilled water is a source of water, and also peptone. Peptone is a golden granular hygroscopic powder which is usually extracted from meat. Actually we extract this to make, you can see here pictures, different culture medias in our lab. And casein fibers and also soya fibers, actually this peptone is obtained from. And also the complex mixture of partially digested proteins which contain proteoses, amino acids, polypeptides, phosphates, and minerals like potassium, magnesium, calcium, ferrum, zinc, and also extra. Actually the growth factors are the riboflavin and nicotinic acid, and the functions is providing the carbon source, nitrogen source, and also acting as buffers. What is this all about? It's about peptone. And there are also some special brands commercially available for the peptone, that is the neopeptone, protease peptone, mycological peptone for special uses. And next, coming to meat extract. So how we extract the meat, whatever the meat we want, so how we'll extract is from commercial lab lemco, which is rich in vitamin B complex. And the yeast, we know yeast cells, so we extract yeast from the yeast cells and it is used as a substitute to the meat extract. And next, electrolytes, we use sodium chloride or others to maintain the osmotic pressure. And the agar is the main important one almost everyone use, because it has a main important thing, that is, let us discuss. It is a dried mucilaginous substance from the Geladium species or algal seaweeds. It has long strips or powder form. Actually these are non-nutritious, they do not provide any nutrition, but why they are selected is because it's melt at 98 degrees and it again solidify at 42 degrees, so we can easily culture the bacteria or any other microorganisms easily. Example are Japanese agar, which is yield gelatinous concentration of 2%, and the New Zealand agar, which yields gel at about concentration 1%. And the fermentable composition are sugar, alcohol, which are the source of energy, helpful for the identification and classification of organisms. And buffers are carbonates, phosphates, which resist the change in the pH of the medium actually. And next we have the liquid media. You can see here the three important media, that is according to physical condition: liquid media, semi-solid, and solid media. So what is this liquid media? It's also called as broth. It exhibits the specific characters. On that basis we can identify use for testing pure culture of the bacteria and also for the bulk cultures of antigens and to form vaccines. Actually next is solid media. As the name says solid, it means it's solid, produce a discrete visible growth, and it is obtained from the pure, it is useful to obtain the pure growth to study the colony morphology. We actually can see here different types of colony, so we can identify the different colony morphologies. Example, pigmentation, hemolysis, So like that. And next, semi-solid media, here you can see in the middle, semi-solid. As the name says, the semi-solid is neither liquid nor solid, so it's between the liquid and solid. Even here it is between liquid and solid. It's for the cultivation of anaerobic aerophilic organisms and for studying the bacterial motility. Mainly semi-solid is for studying the bacterial motility. And based on the nutrition factors, again it is divided into simple media, also known as basal media. And we have complex media, and also we have synthetic media. The simple media is the basal media. Example is a nutrition broth and the peptone water. Actually, by adding 2 to 3% of agar to the nutrient broth, it gives the nutrient agar. As we already know, agar is non-nutrient, so we need to add 2 to 3% of nutrient broth to the agar, then it gets nutrient agar. It is a simple solid basal media. So the simple solid basic media example is nutrient agar. Additional of 0.2 to 0.4% agar also makes a semi-solid media. Actually, it is used for the study of the bacterial motility. If you already remember, the semi-solid is also used for the study of bacterial motility. And the simple solid basal media, that is, what is a simple solid basal media? Nutrient agar. Nutrient agar is used for the diagnostic purpose, but the semi-solid media, that is by adding 0.2 to 0.4% more agar, it is making semi-solid, so it is used for the study of bacterial motility. And next thing, that is, if we add 6% agar, this time the bacteria becomes fixed, means bacteria, not only bacteria, any other microorganism, it can't move. So that is what they are saying. And next, coming to the complex media. Actually, the complex media is nothing but the name itself says, by adding the additional ingredients, it turns into the complex media. All media other than the simple are the complex media. Next, the synthetic and defined media. So the synthetic and defined media is nothing but it's prepared by the pure chemicals of known chemicals. Actually, know that chemicals, and it is used for special studies. Example, to find the nutritional requirement of the organism. Example, the Dubos method Dubos medium with Queen 80. And next we have the semi-defined media. Semi-defined media is a chemical composition which we know only approximately. Example, peptone water. And then next, the non-synthetic media. Unknown chemicals are used. Example, the beef extract, yeast, peptones, and serum, blood, etc. And it's coming to the special media. What is a special? The name says special. So this for the special purpose. That is, it is again divided into. So here you can see, just the first one is the basic media, and the special media is again divided into the enrichment media, and also enriched media, and also selective media, differential media, and also of course indicator media. So these all are divisions of the special media. The special media in first, let us say, enriched media. Enriched means the basal media plus substance like blood, serum, egg. So basal media is what? Nutrient broth or as basic media, we know it. So so we need to add the blood, serum or egg to the basic media to make it enriched media. So for the organisms which more exacting in the nutritional requirements, we use this. Example, blood agar enriched with blood, and Loeffler serum scope which is enriched with serum, and Lowenstein which is also known as Jensen media, which is enriched with the egg. And next we have the enrichment media. Enrichment media is the liquid media plus adding the substances to stimulate the growth of the wanted organism or to inhibit the growth of the unwanted organism from the mixed inoculate, such as specimen of Ficus in enteric fever, used in the situations where the non-pathological organisms grow more rapidly than the pathogenic organisms. So actually, what is this enrichment media is, we are making it somewhat enriched, we are removing the unwanted media and only growing the wanted pathogens actually in the media. So example are tetrathionate broth and selenite F broth, which inhibit the growth of the coliforms in the fecus and allow the growth of the Salmonella species. And next, coming to the selective media, here you can see the selective media is a solid media which is added with the inhibitory substances which inhibit the growth of large number of organisms and selectively permit the required organisms in the number. As the name says, selective media, only selective organisms are grown in the media. So selectively facilitate the isolation of the particular organisms, used to isolate specific organisms from the mixed flora. Examples are deoxycholate citrate agar, that is DCA for the Shigella and Salmonella, and bile salt agar for the Vibrio cholera, and Wilson Blair medium for the Salmonella. Next, coming to the differential media. The differential media is nothing but differentiating into two types of organisms. Example is McCorring's medium, contains the peptone, lactose, and also sodium taurochocolate. They are neutral red and agar. It differentiates the lactose fermenters. Pink colonies, actually the lactose fermenters give the pink colonies appearance to the bacteria. So the pink colonies are separated from the non-lactose fermenters. Actually this non-lactose, as they are non-lactose, they are colorless or pale colonies. So we can differentiate the pink colonies from the pale colonies due to the lactose fermenters using technique. And next, the indicator media. Indicator media is particular color to only one colony. They have the indicator in the medium. So when the organism is added, they change their color. Example, we have the Wilson Blair medium containing sulfur and the reduced to sulfide by Salmonella typhi, producing black colonies. So this is about indicator media. In indicator media, we also have McCormick's medium, which is an indicator medium, as it forms the pink colonies in the presence of neutral red indicator and indicates the presence of lactose fermenting organisms. So indicator media, and also in differential media you can find the McCormick's medium. So this is important. And next, blood agar, which is an enriched medium showing the hemolysis, indicates the presence of hemolytic organisms. Hence, it is also an indicator medium. Next, coming to the transport medium. The delicate organisms like Gonococci, Vibrio cholera do not survive outside the body for long duration. So, these organisms may be killed. So, of the specimen laboratory if not transported immediately. Or they may be overgrown by non-pathogenic organisms, same like before we have discussed. So to avoid the death of the organism during transportation from the hospital to laboratory, and also to avoid the overgrowth of the non-pathogenic organisms around it, so a special media is, that is nothing but the transport of specimens. So this media are termed transport media. And the examples are Stewart's transport medium, which is also a non-nutrient like agar gel, containing a reducing agent to prevent the oxidation in charcoal to neutralize the bacterial inhibitors. It is also used for transporting Gonococci and also other bacteria. And we have the buffered glycerol saline transport medium for enteric bacteria, and also carry blade transport medium. Next is sugar media. As the name says, sugars, they are actually fermentable substances like sugars, glucose, lactose, sucrose, mannitol, 1% sugar, and also this 1% sugar in the peptone water with the anhydrous indicator and inverted into a small tube, the Durham's tube for gas collection. Actually, I think you can check the diagram in your book. And the uses are the fermentation of sugars result in the formation of an acid that renders the pink color to the originally colorless medium, and the gas which is indicated by the gas bubbles that accumulate in the Durham's tube. This fermentation reaction helps in the identification of the organism. Next, the last one is the anaerobic media. Actually, you can see the anaerobic media. Media used for the growth of anaerobic bacteria, that is in the absence of oxygen. So example is Robertson's cooked meat medium are called anaerobic media. The different media can be prepared in laboratory by using basic ingredients. Alternately, they can be prepared by using commercially available ready-made dehydrated media, which is an easier method. So it's better to do this experiment commercially available. Quality wise, there is uniformity and no batch to batch variation as commonly seen in media prepared using the basic ingredients. So this is all about the culture media, very simple lesson. I hope you all like this video. So please like, share and subscribe.